Welcome to Delta Wave History, your sanctuary for functional historical boredom. Our focus will remain on the historical, methodical, numerical, and the procedural. This allows your mind to unwind and drift into historical details. Please adjust your volume for a consistent, even tone. We aim for a predictable vocal rhythm, devoid of sudden shifts in pitch or intensity, designed to facilitate a state of tranquil observation and sleep, if you wish. Imagine facing the vast, unforgiving expanse of the 16th century Atlantic Ocean. Your survival depends entirely on the supplies packed deep within the damp, creaking wooden hull of your galleon. To survive this brutal environment, sailors relied on a remarkable feat of pre-industrial chemistry. We are going to explore the precise, methodical, and profoundly repetitive process of creating the famous ship's biscuit. Let your mind step away from the modern world and settle into the quiet, dusty atmosphere of a Tudor-era bakery. Notice the slow, rhythmic turning of the millstone, grinding wheat into coarse, heavy flour. The miller's work is a steady, grinding loop, crushing grain into a fine powder that fills the air with a soft, pale haze. There is no rush here, only the constant, heavy friction of stone against stone. To make ship's biscuit, the baker uses only flour, water, and perhaps a small pinch of salt. Yeast is entirely omitted, as any fermentation would introduce air and moisture, the two great enemies of long-term preservation. The baker pours the water slowly, mixing it with the heavy flour in a massive wooden trough. His hands move in a slow, continuous circle, binding the simple ingredients together into an incredibly dense dough. Kneading this dough requires a monotonous, heavy exertion. The baker presses, folds, and pushes the stiff mixture, working out every possible pocket of air with a steady, rhythmic pressure. This repetitive folding continues until the dough is uniformly smooth and utterly unyielding. It is a slow, quiet labor, accompanied only by the soft thud of dough against the wooden table. Next, the baker rolls the heavy mass into a flat, thick sheet. The rolling pin moves back and forth, slowly reducing the dough to an even thickness. Using a simple round cutter, he stamps out the biscuits, one by one. Stamp, lift, creating endless rows of identical, pale discs on the wooden bench. A crucial step follows, known as docking. The baker takes a specialized tool to pierce uniform holes into the top of each biscuit, allowing steam to escape smoothly during the bake. Piercing the dough happens in a steady, hypnotic rhythm. The small, deep punctures ensure that the biscuit will not blister or rise, maintaining its dense, brick-like structure. The biscuits are then loaded onto wooden peels and slid into the deep, dark warmth of the brick oven. The fire has been allowed to burn down to a low, steady, and lingering heat. This first baking is slow and methodical, designed to cook the dough without browning it too quickly. The ambient heat of the bricks envelops the biscuits, gently drawing out the initial moisture. After a considerable time, the pale, firm biscuits are pulled from the oven and allowed to cool. But the preservation process is only half finished. The true secret to the ship's biscuit lies in the double bake. Once cooled, the biscuits are returned to a cooler oven to sit for hours or even days. This secondary resting period in the gentle, ambient warmth serves to extract every remaining molecule of moisture. The biscuit slowly transforms from a stiff bread into a stone-like disc. Without moisture, mold cannot grow, and the brutal chemistry of dehydration achieves what modern preservatives do today. The resulting biscuit is perfectly inert, completely stripped of the water necessary for biological decay. The finished biscuits are gathered and packed into sturdy oak casks. The coper hammers the iron hoops into place, sealing the dry, quiet darkness within. Each barrel is hoisted into the hold of the ship, resting in the cool shadows beneath the waterline. There, they sit in undisturbed silence as the ship slowly rocks back and forth on the tide. For months, and sometimes years, the biscuits remain perfectly unchanged in their airtight wooden tombs. The salt air and the endless rolling of the sea have no effect on their hardened state. Occasionally, a weevil might find its way into a barrel, a minor disruption in an otherwise stagnant ecosystem. Yet, even then, the biscuit remains fundamentally intact, a stubborn testament to the power of dehydration. When the sailor finally taps the barrel, the biscuit he retrieves is exactly as it was the day it left the baker's table. To eat it, he must soak it in a slow simmering stew, returning the moisture that was so painstakingly removed. The process of soaking is just as slow as the baking, as the hardened disc gradually softens in the warm broth. The mundane chemistry of the biscuit comes full circle, and so the rhythm of the ship continues, sustained by the steady, unyielding nature of baked flour and water. Let the slow, rocking motion of the hull and the quiet certainty of the ship's biscuit carry you into a peaceful rest. Discover more history by watching the next video. We're eager to share more with you. You can't go wrong. All our videos are deeply detailed, dull while fascinating, and distinctly sleep-inducing.